George? George, are you there?
But
George?
net connection.
George, are you there?
Do you hear me well?
Yes.
Hello, Bumi. Is it okay?
But can you play something
Do you
for
hear
me
me?
so I can confirm that?
Are you hearing me? Hello? I'm hearing you. Hello, me.
Can't hear anything. Time
Hello,
is
do you
going
hear
on.
me?
Are you playing something? Can play that clip from the one that we edited. Anyone, just something to keep people engaged. Hmm? Yeah, what? Back? Like I'm online now. Hello? I can't be live yet. I've not introduced the show.
Hello, Bumi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Olubumi Fabanwo, and welcome to another episode of Banks and Blockchain. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are all across the world. Today, we'll be discussing central bank digital currencies. We'll be talking with a very, very distinguished individual who will be giving us and who is enumerating a lot of things about the CBDCs, as they are usually called. Now, what are the CBDCs and why is everybody speaking about it? Banks, institutions, governments, regulatory bodies are currently researching on the subject of central bank digital currencies. Our life is about to change. We're about to start moving from fiat currencies to digital currencies now. What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? What are the challenges? What are the opportunities for fintechs? What are the opportunities for us as individuals? What are the opportunities for governments and nations and economies of different countries? On today's episodes of Banks and Blockchain, we'll be discussing the future of money. In focus will be the central bank digital currencies, usually called the CBDC. And I have with me here online George. George is a distinguished individual. He's a senior risk analyst with the Central Bank of Cameroon. George, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you well. Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us, George. So today we'll be speaking about the future of money, and I know how much you know about CBDC. We've been on a panel session together, and I know that you have very, very good understanding. So please, let's dive in immediately, and I would like you to just introduce yourself to our viewers. Let everyone know what you've been able to achieve in your number of years in the fintech and the blockchain industry.
So, good morning, everyone. So, I'm George Kwame. I'm senior risk analyst at the Central Bank of Cameroon, and founder of a fintech, which is called. We are positioning around the field of RegTech, regulatory technology, and supervisory technology, so that we are very interested in all the aspects of the fintech and blockchain industry, which is related to the CBDC. In terms of this, we have wrote a number of papers on the topic of blockchain. My last paper has been published in UK. In that paper, I was discussing of the historical relation, the current trend in financial industry, and the former monetary system that existed in Europe before the 18th centuries. I've also launched some activities Pan-African Tech Foundation that I am representing in Central Africa. So I are very engaged in the fintech, our knowledge. As such, concerning the,
Yeah, I'm glad to have you on
we
it.
must firstly consider that
Yes, please go on. Please go on. Yes, please, you can.
okay. So we must start by understand the economic and financial framework to the appearance of the by central banks or are influencing financial institutions because of the appearance of Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies. The challenge related to those cryptocurrencies that we can call private cryptocurrencies is that they work on a distributed ledger technology. They are decentralized by nature, so that it seems difficult to follow up their valuation, which is the difference between which is the difference with the currency, and also there may be some risk to the expansion. Let's say central bank consider that there may be some risk to the expansion of private cryptocurrencies because of criminal activity, theft, and hacking.
Yeah, scams and frauds.
So
Yes.
yeah, So going from the position, going through the DLT technology, central bank and regulator have decided to consider a way to establish a CBDC.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, George. I think that you've already done the summary. I was going to take you from point A to point B gradually, but I think that you've done a very good summary of the old subject. But for the purpose of new viewers, you know that we have to be able to distinguish between the regular cryptocurrencies and what we are going to have as the CBDCs. So first, I would like you to give a distinction and similarities between, let me say, Bitcoin, for example, which is popular, everybody knows that, and what is going to be the central bank digital currency. That's one. Then two, I would like you to give us life examples. Have there been examples of CBDCs at present within any country or at any time within any community? So please, George. And we'll be back. No, not yet. No. Again, no, just continue playing. Welcome back, viewers. Thank you for staying tuned. My name is Olubumi, and this program is proudly brought to you by CNE TV. It's another episode of Banks and Blockchain, and we've been speaking with George. George is a very distinguished individual, as I earlier said. He works with the Central Bank of Cameroon. He's a senior risk analyst, and he's been talking to us about the CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currencies. What exactly are they? Why is everybody speaking about them? He's been enumerating a lot of all these things while he was online. George, are you back with us? Okay, just to give a little glimpse about what the CBDCs are. For example, what we have in China, that's the e-yuan. So we can have the same thing in Nigeria. The Nigerian government has been speaking about it, about setting up a CBDC, that's a centralized, a central bank digital currency. So that means we'll have a digital naira. We'll have a digital currency. The whole economy is going to be backed, or the treasury of the country is going to be backed by digital currency, which is going to be the e-naira, like what you have in China as the e-yuan. So, and there have been a lot of deliberations, and there's a study that says that 80% of central banks all over the world are carrying out analysis on how the new digital currency is going to affect both fiscal and monetary policies. Am I back with George? George, are you back with us? I was asking George to tell us more examples of countries that have already delved into this and that have already launched their own CBDCs. I know of China. I know that that's why there has been so much buzz around the cryptocurrency world. You know, China is trying to be a world power, and there's currently a Cold War with the West. And you will see that even the US is trying its best to be conservative about it. But then we know that there are so many studies going on about central bank digital currencies. The digital currencies have come to stay. So central banks need to also look regulating how this is going to be, how currencies are going to be spent going forward. Because of the volatility of coins like Bitcoin, of currencies like Bitcoin, BNB, and a lot of them, there has to be somewhat a less volatile type of currency going into the future. That's why people keep talking about the central bank digital currencies. And launching into this world may not be in the next decade or in the next 2 decades. Maybe in 5 years, maybe in 2 years. It may be very soon, and it may be in the most recent times. And that is why we decided to bring it up on this show. Judges, are you there? Okay, I think George is having slight network issue. I believe that we've spoken a bit about central bank digital currencies. When we come back, I'm going to conclude. I'm going to give my closing speech, and I'm going to give you a little more information about CBDCs. Please stay tuned. Hello, everyone. We've been discussing the CBDC on today's episodes of Banks and Blockchain, and we had judges with us, but it seemed to be having network issues. So we'll be having this episode again next week. We'll continue because the conversation continues. Right now, the next week episode is going to talk about stable coins. It's going to talk about the regular Bitcoins, and it's going to talk about the CBDC. What are the effects of all these things? What are the things that these things? What are the opportunities that we are going to have when we have the CBDC mainstream or when we have the cryptocurrencies more mainstream? What are the disadvantages that we are going to have? What are the difficulties that countries are going to have in setting up the CBDC? What is the work that is already being done? What is the work that has been done? And where are we as a continent in Africa? Because Africa is the focus of this show. Where is every country? Come from the east, from the west, from the north, and from the south. Of recent, Tunisia said they were at the fourth stage of bringing on their own CBDC, and they've been silent for a very long time. But we see countries like Nigeria and Ghana being very vocal. I mean, we need to know exactly where these countries are. How is it going to affect me as an individual? How is it going to affect you? How is it going to affect your business? How is it going to affect the tech world? How is it going to affect fintechs in a whole? On the next episodes of Bank and Blockchain, my name remains Olubumi, and I'm going to see you then. Thank you very much for staying tuned.